Are you looking to live in Sarasota, Florida and wondering if it's safe? We're going to help you figure that out coming right up. Hello and welcome to my channel at Sarasota Florida Living, where we teach you everything Sarasota and the surrounding areas. If this is your first time to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell for notifications of one's coming up, and like and share with your friends so they can enjoy this information also. And today we have for you, is it safe to live in Sarasota? We're going to help you figure that out by looking at the weather and the natural disasters. We're going to look at the wildlife, and we're going to finally finish up with the crime and the crime reports. And make sure you stick around to the end of that because we got an extra little tidbit information that you need to know. We're out here at the Emergency Operations Center here in Sarasota County to talk about our first subject of is it safe? We're looking at the weather and natural disasters. And when we're talking about weather and natural disasters, we're mainly looking at four issues. We're looking at the wildfires, we're looking at flooding, we're looking at lightning, and we're also talking about, of course, hurricanes. When it comes to wildfires here in Sarasota, Florida, the fire department and the county keeps you well informed what's going on around us. And just so you know, that most of the fires are started by arson or either land debris that got out from a controlled burn. So it's not lightning like most people think. When it comes to floods here in Sarasota County, you want to make sure that you know a couple terms. The flood watch, the flood warning, and your flood zone. The flood zone will let you know what you need to do to prepare in case there is a flood. The flood watch was just a warning to let you know that the flood is possible with the conditions around. And a flood warning is the floods are happening and you need to know what's going on in your area. When it comes to lightning, Florida is the lightning capital of the United States. So you got to make sure that you know if you can hear that thunder, more than likely you are in striking distance of the storm. So when the thunder roars, go indoors. Hurricanes seem to be the biggest concern of most people moving to Florida, and that's no different here in Sarasota. So June 1st is the beginning of the hurricane season, runs for 5 months, peaking out in August and September. And with hurricanes being such a concern, it's great that we have so much technology to let us know they're coming and we can watch it and know what's going on way before. So it's important to know your evacuation routes, make sure you have your emergency kits available, and know your evacuation zone. So if things go crazy, you know exactly what you need to do. The wildlife concerns of living here in Sarasota, Florida are very similar to the rest of Florida. Some of the ones that come up are the bugs and spiders. Then you have like coyotes and bobcats and panthers. You also have the sharks, which a lot of people are concerned about, and alligators is the top one that most people ask about. As we talk about bugs and insects here in Sarasota, Florida, they're also spread through most of Florida. But the big ones that stand out are the black widow, the brown recluse, red ants, and also the wolf spider. All these have their own place in the habitat here in Sarasota, Florida. So just when you're out and about and you're going through woods or you're in your garage or you're in your shed, make sure you kind of use a broom or some long sleeves because these bites can get nasty. And watch out for those red ant piles when you're walking through the park because if they get into you, it's going to be a long day trying to get rid of all that itch. Our next section of wildlife, we look at the coyote, the panther, and the bobcat or wildcat here in Florida. Just remember that they were here before we were, and we're on their hunting grounds. And if you have small pets, just make sure you keep them indoor or close by and understand what your surroundings are. A great way to stay informed about what's going on in your neighborhood is check out those Nextdoor apps or Facebook groups or even your neighborhood website. So sharks, we are talking about a subject near and dear to my heart, being a surfer and in the water quite a bit. There are sharks out there, I'll just let you know. We are the shark bite capital of the world, with 24% of the shark bites in the world coming from the Florida coasts. So, being such a popular place, people love to get in the water. They just have to be aware what's around them. We have great systems down here with the flags. When they have that purple one out, that tells you that there's dangerous marine life in the water and you need to be aware. I got a quick story. A friend of mine, I tried to get him to go surfing. His name's Jeff Como. He's one of the best bartenders here in town down at the Beach Club on Siesta Key, so you have to check him out down there. I tried to get him to go surfing one time, and I told him, you got a better chance of getting hit by lightning than you do getting bit by a shark. And he laughed at me, handed me a beer, and said, I have no chance of getting bit by a shark because I'm not in the water. So we don't want that to be the case for you, but I tell you, what a great area to be down here, and don't worry about the sharks so much. Alligators. The number one thing that people ask me about when it comes to wildlife is what about the alligators? So they were here first, just like the other animals, and we moved into their habitat. So knowing their characteristics and what they do is important so we can all live together here in Sarasota. So a couple things you need to know is their mating season is between April and June. They're a little more aggressive. You need to pay attention to what's going on around you. If there's fresh water or brackish water, more than likely an alligator has been there, will be there, or is already there. So just pay attention. Keep your pets 10 feet away and make sure that they're not letting them run by themselves near the water. When it comes to crime here in Sarasota County, we are by far not the best, by far not the worst. We have a lot of statistics and different charts we can go to, but we have this chart here with backgroundcheck.com. States that Sarasota ranks number 75 out of 132 cities here in Florida. So as we move forward, you'll notice that we have counties all around us that have much higher crime rates. And also remember that most of these crimes are not violent crimes. It's a lot to do with property and theft, and just make sure you keep your doors locked and don't leave opportunities out there for people. Just remember, in like every city in the US, Sarasota also has its higher crime areas and less crime. So you just have to understand where those are. In this chart here, we have darker is more crime and lighter is less crime. So just make sure you're working with a real estate agent that understands these areas and help you find what fits best for your family. Now we're at our bonus information. I appreciate you sticking around for this because I think this information will be super important for you to make your decisions on where to live here in Sarasota. And if you're enjoying this information, make sure you look at the descriptions down below. Make sure you put a comment in there. I left links for everything that we've been talking about so you can figure out what's best for you. And remember, I'm here for you. People are calling me every day about their move here to Sarasota, and I'd love to help you. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, tap that little bell for notifications, and like and share with your friends. The first of two things that you need to know is Sarasota does have a homeless issue, especially in the downtown area. You have to be aware of your surroundings when you're out enjoying the wonderful areas. So just pay attention to where you're at, understand what's going on around you, and the city is working really hard on trying to help these folks, and we look forward to hopefully having some great solutions down the road. The second is the traffic and the growth here is so tremendous that you have to pay attention. There's a lot of new traffic patterns. They're putting in all these traffic circles, and the interstate right now has a lot of construction, and there has been a ton of accidents, and several have been fatal. So you really have to slow down, watch what's going on around you, and pay attention to the traffic patterns because they are changing constantly. And if you enjoy this information, make sure you check out my other videos about living here in the Sarasota area. And if I can help you in any way, give me that call, shoot me that text, or shoot me that email, and I'll be there for you. Until next time, have a great day, a wonderful week, and a tremendous year. Thank you very much.